Hello everybody, Ian Robson here. Welcome to The Hunter, Call of the Wild. This is a game that came out not too long ago, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get something today here. I played this game a little bit yesterday, just so I'm already halfway into the game. Oh, I'm halfway into the game. I'm in the game already. Haven't really got anything too crazy yet. As you can see, I'm in Layton District, and I haven't even done the first mission yet, which is Hope a Visitor. So this game basically is a hunting simulation type game. This is a continuation of previous games, or there was a previous game called The Hunter, the Classic, they call it. Oh, what's that? That was pretty easy. A mating call? Excellent. So it was called Hunter. That's how they describe it, as Hunter the Classic Edition, basically. So I've been playing this game a little bit, and I need to turn out the sound in the game because it's important. Maybe if I do this too. There, that might be a bit better. Because depending on how much sound you make in this game will dictate whether you can catch something sometimes. So we had a mating call over in this direction over here. I think it still needs to be louder. There we go. There, that's better. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, this game, it kind of makes a bit of a difference when you can hear the sounds in this game, because they do play a big role in this game. So as you can see, I'm crouched down right now, but I'm still making quite a bit of sound, actually. And you can tell, if you look in the bottom right hand corner there's a little, I wish I could point. In the bottom right hand corner, there's a little red thing. So as I move, it turns red, it means I'm making noise, and if I stop, it'll stop making stop putting the red thing there. So it just shows that I'm not making any noise right now. So that is what you need to take into consideration. And also, if you look beside that, there's a little heart there, so it shows you what your heart rate's at. And then in the middle is your profile, I believe, to show you how tall, how high you are above the ground. Now, where was that? So as you can see, you got a couple waypoints there. If you want to buy stuff, you can. If you want to sleep, you can. That's your home, and you can fast travel back to there. Oh, there it is. There it is. If you can see it or not. Right there. So I'm going to take a breath. Let's see if I can do this. Now, hopefully that was a good shot. I have been really bad at shooting things lately. And I don't know why, but it's still there. Did I get it? I can't tell. Did it just... Sometimes I found the shooting in this game is kind of bizarre. Wow, that was at random. I just walked through like a real rainstorm there.
There should be a track nearby.
Oh, good. Good to know. We're gonna go get this deer. Now, if I actually hit the deer, what will happen is... Oh no, it just fell right there. Sweet. That was awesome. And there's another one right there. And there's two of them. I don't know how they didn't just run away. And that's just a bad shot, but I don't know why they're standing there. Because I just shot a gun, and they're just standing there. So that really should not happen at all. Like, look, there's one there. Where'd the other one go? Yeah, in real life, those deers would just would have like run away. It looked like two of them just standing right there. Like they're just... I'm making a lot of noise too. I don't know why they're just standing there. Well, let's see what happens here. Oh, I guess I got that one too. Okay, that's really bizarre. Normally you can't just... They don't just stand there. But this is one of the weird things I've noticed about this game lately. It's just came out, so I think they still need to fix a couple bugs. I'm okay with getting 3 in a row like that, because that makes you level up faster, and that's a big thing. So let's see how this shot was here. So you walk up to it, and it says, "Did I get a vital organ?" This is a trivial one, and quick kill bonus 78%. So pretty quick, but not super quick. Could have been better. It was a female. You can hunt anything in this game too, which is neat. So look, there's another one right there. What on earth? What if I could walk up to this thing? Like, that's ridiculous. Look at this. Yeah, that never happens. Usually there's a lot more involved than just walking around in your little area right here. But apparently that's what happened this time around, so very bizarre. And we've got 4 deer, so that's pretty impressive for my first time recording this game. They don't normally stand still like that though. 98%, a good one there. And then we got this one right here as well. That's ridiculous. Yeah, like I said, this rarely happens. This is the game being a little buggy, because that should not happen like that, where you have like 4 right beside each other, just like that. Because as soon as you shot the first one, the other ones would have run away. But anyways, maybe because they are trivial, and that's the reason why they why they were so easy to get. I don't know. But that's the ridiculousness that is that. Alright, sweet. Didn't even need to do any tracking or anything. That is just silly. So this was the lowest level of the guns. Like, this is the very first one you start off with. There are some other ones you can get with higher stopping power, essentially, but we haven't got that far yet. So now if I go to my map, it's going to show like I have a crazy amount of hunting pressure right here. And that's because I just shot like 4 deer in the same area, basically. So as you can see, I've been a couple other places here. So I found some sleeping areas. Put a tree stand over there, for example. I found one of the a need zone for black bears is right there where they go feeding, and there's a lookout. There is I think that's a coyote. I can't tell though. And that is another mating call. Or no, it's a warning. So he probably gave me a warning because I'm probably walking too fast, first of all, and he probably can smell me. So let's see if we can entice this one over here. So this little collar is, I forget what they call this one. This one is called the roe deer collar. This high quality collar can be used to attract both male and female roe deer. So I don't know what kind of deer. It's a black-tailed deer. So we'll see how this goes. Usually if they give you a warning call, it's because I can smell you. That's been my experience, at least. So that, I don't see anything up here though. Where is it? Yeah, the rain's been funny today. So I've been getting pretty good at tracking, but not necessarily good at getting the deer. So there it is again. So it's one of the warning call. Maybe he can't smell me. So you can go into the I guess it'd be prone position. This would be called. You can crawl along here, and you can get closer to animals this way. So we're gonna go up in this direction, see if we can't spot him. So what I've discovered is kind of doing this a little bit, and then crouching to do a little bit of spotting, because you can't see very much when you're in that prone position, like lying down there. And you do have your binoculars as well to look around. I don't know, overall it's a pretty good game. I was a little concerned about the reviews on Steam, and because they were pretty mixed. Like, it's a new game, so like when it first released, like day 1, it wasn't great because there were lots of issues that needed to be fixed. But now, after I waited a few days for them to patch it a little bit first before I picked it up, and it seems to be a lot better now. Like, there are still some weird things that happen in the game, but I think that over time it'll get even better. What's that over there? You can shoot small game in this too, but I don't think it does any. You don't get any points for it or anything. It's only like large game, like deer. You can hunt for moose, bear, coyote as well. Although I haven't been very successful with coyote. I've seen. Oh, what was that? That was movement over there. So like that was a coyote, I think. But I haven't got close enough to coyotes to even see them yet. No, I don't see anything over there. What I should do actually is you could spend just hours in this game. Like the other day I spent like a long time just tracking one particular animal. Because like, oh, there's one right there. What's that? Traveling, trivial, it's a female. So I am not downwind of her. So let's do a little bit of stalking here. See if we can. Oh, we got a good shot right here. Let's see. Or is it going behind? It does look like a good shot. Oh no, she's right there. And then that was a mating call for coyotes. It was a coyote. So like I said, this game's, you can hunt anything you want in this game. This is the nice thing about it. In previous games, you couldn't hunt without, you know, certain licenses, and it was all like microtransactions. It was terrible. I played it a little bit. I'm like, well, I want to hunt this, and I couldn't. So that's that. But this game, so far, it has been pretty good so far. You can hunt, like I said, you can hunt anything. And where did that deer go? You can hunt anything, which is nice, but you may not be able to take it down, which is a funny part. Because what will happen is you just don't have a gun powerful enough to do it, basically. So like the gun you start off with is powerful enough for like deer and coyotes, I guess. But past that, it is it's not great. I tried to take out a moose the other day. Not a great plan. And I tried to take out a bear. No, I followed a bear, but I wasn't able to successfully get the bear. Where did that deer go? So this is where the tracking comes into play. So like if you see like a really good deer that you want to get, you can search for it, of course. I lost this trail. Well, not really. I know it's over here somewhere. So like, I don't know what it thinks I'm tracking. Basically, oh, that must be the coyote. What is that on the map? I don't know what it thinks it is. That's weird. Anyways, so this is where the tracking comes into play. So let's say I want to track these tracks right here. Let's see here. So these are deer, white-tailed deer, and it's walking. So that was a white-tailed deer we saw over there. So now that I've started tracking this, I think this is one of the assistant things here to tell you like which direction it's heading. So like this tells me that it's heading in that direction there. And when it's blue or like that teal color, that's the animal specifically you're tracking. So as you follow the tracks, it'll tell you whether it's the one you're tracking or not. So those white ones are also tracks over there, but they're not the deer I'm tracking because I didn't examine those tracks. And that's how I understood it so far. So if I come over here into the clearing a little bit, making a ton of noise. Like I said, the noise you make in this game plays a big role. So it looks like this might be a bit of an area for deer, like a bedding zone or something. A resting zone they refer to it as in this game. Because there's a lot of deer tracks here. So you can see like in the grass. You can see that in the grass they've been walking around this direction. So so you can see that the blue tracks or the teal tracks right there indicate where my next track is to track the deer here. So that's kind of how it works in this game. It's not clearly outlined that's how it works. There's like no tutorial that I noticed, so which is a bit unfortunate because people who have never played this game are like, what is going on? So these are the tracks that I want to examine right here. White-tailed deer, it's still walking. This is good. So you can see that as I examine tracks on my little tablet there, which you bring that up with tab, by the way, like so. It examines the tracks and it gives you the direction. So like I have a couple points in tracking now, so that's probably why I'm able to see it way out there now. But I have a sneaky suspicion this is coming up to a water area. Let's see if we can spot something over here. And you can zoom in with your... Oh, is that right there? No, that's just leaves. No. And there's lots of... It's funny, there's lots of sounds in this game, but I'm not sure what they're coming from. So like sometimes it'll be like a deer really close to you that's making a lot of sound, and other times it'll be like... It feels like it's like a flap on your bag or something, or it sounds like it at least. So this is coming up to like a clearing, a watering hole. So sometimes you'll see things in this area. So like, for example, like that looks like this walks straight through there. So let's take a look around here. And you can spend a lot of this game just observing, which is usually, honestly, like a big part of this game because it's hunting like in real life. So obviously you don't have little tracks like this to like tell you where to go. But that's because I've never hunted in real life before. So that is, oh, I wonder if that's it right there. Drinking zone discovered. Location added on map. Okay, so that must have been what was on the map there. So that is that trivial doe right there. You don't have to buy tags in this game, which is a bit bizarre. So you can hunt forever you want. Like you don't need to. There's no limitation. As long as you can take it down, you can hunt it. Basically, has been my experience. So I'm pretty sure that's the deer right there. So like if we continue tracking this deer, we'll be able to probably determine that that's the one we're following right there. So this is a drinking zone. So here we go. Let's examine this track right here. Tells that it's going this direction. And you can actually follow, without having the assistance, you can kind of follow where it's gone, basically. So you look in the grass, it's walked this way, and then it's walked over here. And then if you examine these tracks, it'll tell you it's going this way. And you can kind of follow it. So even from the tracks, you can tell it gives you like a general direction it's going in, basically. So, but with this ultra tracking that I have on right now, I don't know if it's ultra tracking, but it just feels that way because like I can basically just kind of like stand up and look around, and then you're like, oh look, there's it right there, and just kind of give you a direction. That's a bear right there. See that? Those are the bear tracks. So you can actually get tree stands. So there's an observation point up there. Which direction is that? Yeah, so that's that lookout right there, as you can see. And then there's a undiscovered area over there, so we can go check that out right now. And then you can walk and run in this game too, although you do tend to scare the animals quite easily that way. So it depends on what you're trying to do. So the big thing here is I don't know how close you can get without like stalking, or without like moving slowly, but you can get pretty close with like just by doing what I'm doing right now. I've discovered. So that was where did the other animal? Which direction was that animal heading in? That direction. Okay, let's go a bit around here. See if we can't find the tracks. Because your phone gives you like the general direction of where it's heading, and then you can kind of like, oh, is this it right here? No. And I believe you actually do leave a trail, so like you can see there, like we're actually taking down the grass as well, so keep that in mind. I don't know if that's better or worse, but just something to take note of. Yeah, that's weird. Where do they go? So let's say this is where it is right here, and then there's a bear. So this is where it becomes like a time sink. Like you can spend a lot of time just tracking down an animal. So if I really wanted that deer, I would continue tracking it, but I don't think it's a big deal. Because it's a trivial doe. The bear would be interesting, but it looks like deer again. But the thing is, if you examine another track, it'll start tracking that. So if I could bring up the map here real quick, it'll say tracked animal, white-tailed deer, no wound severity, no gender, and all that. So as you get better in tracking, it'll actually show you like some of this stuff. Apparently, I need to go to Hope a Visitor. I just basically nixed the whole quest for the time being. Let's see, that's another bear. There's bear droppings there. I'm not looking for the bear droppings, I'm looking for the deer. So here's that point of interest right there. And so technically what I could do is I could just set up shop right here by this drinking hole and just wait for interesting things to come by. As long as I was downwind of it, I guess. Or as long as it couldn't track me, basically. So excellent. Let's see if we can... is that something over there? just looks like. It's funny. You'll look. Oh no, there it is right there. It's drinking. You'll notice that that sometimes you'll have situations like this where you're just kind of like. Sometimes you can just visually hunt. Not always, but sometimes. So like, how close am I to that thing now? So this is a bad shot. I could probably take it out. Like, you do get different points. So like, if I were to like miss that particular deer and it was wounded and then I had to go track it down, you wouldn't get as big a bonus for that as you would for like a clean kill, basically. So like, here's the track over here. Let's see, is he still there? No, I've lost sight of it now. Just because there's a hill in my way now. But where was it? So there's the track right here. So this might be the deer eating here, for example. Or it might be droppings. No, it's dropping. So this is the same deer apparently. I don't know how it's able to measure that's the same deer, or know that's the same deer from droppings, but apparently it can. Oh, that's what that means. Okay, so like, because I spotted the animal, I think that's what that little note on my my phone is over there, that I spotted it. So let's get up on the hill here a little bit. Now I should be okay in terms of wind. And depending what you walk through, it'll make more or less noise. So like, I'm making a lot of noise right now. And if I walk through this tree, it'll be even more. That was another coyote. Oh, it's a warning call. Interesting. I haven't encountered many coyotes, to be honest with you. So the spotted deer, or the deer that we spotted, is up that direction here. So I'm trying to get on the hill, just so I can look down. That thing must be close. It must smell me, that's why it's giving a warning call. You can still get pretty close, even if they give you a warning call. Alright, let's see. What was that? So maybe I'm making too much noise here. So, but the silly thing is, even if I do this, I'm going to make a ton of noise from what I am right now. So it doesn't really matter. Sometimes this comes down to profile, sometimes it comes down to like what you're doing. So like, if I sit here for a bit now and just hang out, that deer will probably calm down here again. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna get up here on the hill. So like, it should be up. And if I look down at some point, so you can see how now I'm not making any sound in this grass here. Or, well, I wasn't. And now I am. So I don't know, it's kind of an interesting game. Like, there's a lot to it. I find this game is like a slow game. Like, a lot of times it's about enjoying the scenery, honestly. Because it is quite a good looking game. I don't know where the deer went, but it's down here somewhere. So, and you can crawl up some ridiculous stuff I've discovered. So I'm going to go on this ridge here and see if I can't get down, get a look down at the watering hole once again. And high ground is always a big issue here, because you want to be higher than the animal you're tracking, because it makes your life easier for spotting it and tracking it. So where was it? So it should be down there somewhere. So maybe if I keep going up here a little bit longer. And then maybe if I crouch now. Let's see here. So the deer might be down there somewhere, but I can't see it with all this brush in front of me. Let's see here. Is it over there? Did I scare it away? It's possible. No, I don't see anything here. And sometimes, I don't know if this, it's not clear to me what the sounds are sometimes. Like, there's footsteps and that's me moving around like this, but then other times there's like, I'll be standing still and you'll hear footsteps, but I can't see anything close to me, so it's like, is it that the deer? Is it not the deer? That's what I get confused about sometimes. Alright. Yeah, so like, I don't know if you could hear that or not, but there's a little sound there. And I don't know if it was from something that I'm wearing that's making the sound, if that's from a deer. Let's see here. Nope. So let's set up shop here a little bit and see what we can find. Oh, so that white-tailed deer must be down there still. So it must be because I'm making too much noise here. So this is where you can lay in the prone position and you can be pretty quiet in here, but as long as you just stay still like this, you can be pretty quiet too. So I'm assuming the deer's down there somewhere still. It may have gone in the other direction though, so that's the thing where the tracking comes into play. So if it's something that you really, really want to get, then you'll end up spending a lot of time tracking it, because it's something that you want to get. 1 second, coffee break. Alright. Let's see here. Nope. Don't see anything here. But the sounds in this game are pretty amazing. Let's see what happens when I make a little deer sound here. Maybe we'll get something, maybe we won't. Who knows? So like, the mating calls are usually what... The mating males are usually easier to catch. Or to harvest, I guess. So it's down there somewhere. I'm just in a poor position still. So like that tree right there might be a bit better. So let's see if we can move over here a little bit without making too much noise. Do a little bit of strafing. I realize I strafe in this game a lot. Apparently I've played a lot more FPS than I realized. So like it's down in there I think still. So like that's where we walked across right there, by the way, when we came around here. Right, let's continue doing this a little bit. I don't see it still though. But this is where the tracking part comes in the game, right? So anyways, folks, I think I'll leave it there for the time being. Otherwise, I could spend the next, 2-3 hours probably just moseying about, seeing if I can see any other animals. See if we can catch that coyote maybe or something. So I think the deer's gone. Yeah, so like I said, it's a game, it's quite a good looking game, and you can spend a lot of time just looking around and seeing things and just observing, as I mentioned before. What was that? I guess that deer's still there, but anyways, that'll be it for me for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more hunting action. Leave me a comment below if you're interested in seeing some more of The Hunter. My name's Ian Ronson once again, and I'll catch you guys later.